What's up, everybody? Nonpon here. And wow, I really haven't used that intro in quite some time. Last patch was pretty much a filler arc. There wasn't too much going on. And then there was all that censorship drama. I just wasn't very motivated to make Snowbreak videos around that time. But now things are back to normal. I can go back to my unit reviews. And I've been very excited to talk about Katya and her new summer alt. This is pretty much the poster girl of Snowbreak, and she looks absolutely beautiful, and she just looks fantastic. I love her outfit and the DLC skin you can get for her as well. So in this video, I'm going to cover if she is worth your pools or not. And I know what you're probably thinking. It's Nonpon, you don't have this character unlocked. What's going on? How can you tell us how good she is when you don't even have her? So I tried her out in the trial run. So I played around with her. And two, I just did some research on how good she is. And I kind of got a general opinion on how effective her gameplay is. And thirdly, I was just saving my pools for my Twitch stream coming up later today. You're more than welcome to stop by. But if you're more of a YouTube kind of person, if you just want to like and subscribe, that would mean a lot too. But anyway, let me go ahead and just stop yapping and talk about Katya and if she's worth it or not. So purely on waifu design, yes, she's worth it. If that's all you care about is just waifus, yeah, Katya looks great. Go for her. However, if you're curious about how good she is, that's a little bit more complex. Now you see, Katya is a skill DPS character, which I think is very funny because we're getting a handful of those again. This is a shooter game, and yet we're using the skill button quite a lot, aren't we? So Katya is pretty solid all around. However, she is definitely not groundbreaking. She's not power creeping any characters, right? Shirno, Cyrus, and Life Infinite Sight are still probably like the top DPS characters in the game right now. So she's not at that level, but I think they got her power just right this time around. But the one thing that's very interesting about Katya is her manifestations. Now, this is kind of unique. Usually, any character we get has some manifestations that are good and some that, well, aren't so good, right? And usually you stop at like M1, maybe you'll stop at M3. Katya, all of her manifestations are good. All of them, every single one of them. Like actually going all the way to the M5, even her M5 is super good, but that's going to take a lot of time. So Katya she can be very powerful, but she is going to take some investment and some time. She is a very slow burn character. So on your daily memory shards, if you want to throw some memory shards to Katya, I can't blame you on a daily basis, because over time, she will eventually become a very powerful character for your roster. However, you're going to have to farm those shards a lot, right? Because every one of her manifestations just give you a lot of shred, ignores a lot of resistance. It's kind of crazy, right? We've never had a character where like every single one of her manifestations are good. Usually there's like one that's pretty lackluster, but this time around, just focus on those. So there's no real stopping point for her. I guess technically, if you want to get the most value of your shards, M3 is always a good stopping point, because M4 and beyond takes a lot of investment. But if she's a character you enjoy and you like her gameplay, then absolutely you can invest further than that. So M3, kind of a good stopping point, but you are missing out between M4 and M5. Again, she's a high investment character. Now her weapon, I can pull up her weapon here. Let me see. You guys want to see this animation here? Oh yeah. Her weapon is also pretty dang good too. Kind of above average than what we're used to, because usually when you get the signature weapon, it's about 20% or so stronger than the tier 5 event weapon. This one's above average. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely higher think it's around 30 or 28% stronger at tier 1. Obviously, if you pull tier 2, it's going to be even more powerful. So this weapon does have some extra value compared to what we're used to, unless that's just a going on trend. Maybe like going forward, tier 5 weapons will just be this powerful. I'm sorry, like signature weapons will be this powerful. So that's up to you. If you think it's worth it to pull for an extra 28% power, you can. But I mostly think that a lot of her power just comes from her manifestations. That's what I think. I think that's where she gets her most of her power from. Now, completely up to you what you want to do. When it comes to logistics, you're going to get the new event logistics. Of course you are, right? Every character has their own event logistics that are catered specifically for them. And if you're wondering for what logistics you should get for her, it's gonna be attack percent and alignment index. Now, this time around, alignment index isn't too huge. It's if you get 106 alignment index, it's like between 3 or 4% attack percent basically. So I would mainly focus on getting attack percent and getting the elemental percent that you're looking for, right? I would focus on that. If you get alignment index, that's a good plus. Go for it as well, but I wouldn't really break the bank for it. 10% attack is pretty huge if you get lucky enough to actually snag you one, right? So completely up to you if you want to go for that or not. So all in all, Katya is a very decent character. I think they got her power just right. She's not exactly overlapping any other character we have right now, but still decent in her department. Probably going to have the exclusive boss to her and they're on simulation like every specific character has. However, maybe she might work well with Marian coming out soon, because she's going to be free. Don't forget about that, guys. This character is going to be free. And I mean, when we had Life Infinite Sight, she was decent, but Finny made her even better, right? Same thing with Shirno. Shirno was good. Enya made her even better, and she was free. So there's going to be a chance that Marian here is going to make Katya even more stronger than I previously mentioned, and maybe her power scaling will be higher than I originally thought. But just her by herself, she's not power creeping anything, but she's still a very solid character that will only get better over time as you invest in her. She's not going to scam you out of your memory shards. You can commit to her freely and not have to worry about it, simply if you like her gameplay and her character. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to be pulling for her later today. Would love for you to come by, Twitch stream down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.